Anything else? Huh? Hey, it's JMV, and I'm in studio right now in case you can't tell during the show, and I'm being asked questions about the JMV Roast coming up the 13th of April at Crackers Comedy Club in Broad Ripple. Some of the questions that have been asked of me, what is going to be the least suckiest part about this roast? That's easy. It's going to be you laughing at me and me sitting back and tipping a bottle of Evan Williams Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey and getting hammered to the point, because keep in mind this, I get to, at the end of this counter, I get to counter what everybody comes up on stage and says about me. I counter at the very end. So Evan Williams and me being able to counter in this roast will be the least suckiest part about this. You've asked me this, does my wife, Christy, think I suck? Unfortunately, yeah, for me, probably a great deal. Probably more than she doesn't. There are times when I think she believes me to be straight and somebody worthy of her time. Most of the time, I believe she probably just looks at me and goes, yeah, you know what? It's not just a stick on your show. You kind of do suck, and that's unfortunately part of the deal. So what are you going to do? But you know what? Why would you want nothing more than to be around me every single day of your life if you're Christy? It's been now going on 16 years, so something's got to be happy about it, I would think. Which roaster am I most worried about? Well, my man across the board over here, Tony Donnie, he's been taking notes for like 2 months now.
Let's go.
So probably Tony, and he's going to stick. He's going to go deep. He's going to hit a nerve, and it's probably going to be Tony, I would think. You guys want to know the story about the JMVSUX thing? The JMVSUX thing, I get so much of that in social media that I just decided to go ahead and roll with it. And part of it is that I have thick skin. I didn't used to have thick skin at all. I used to be thin-skinned and react to everything and cry and whine about every bad thing that was said about me. But then the whole JMVSUX thing started, and I started to embrace it. Therefore, it's not a bad thing. And this works two ways, too. JMVSUX is, a laugh and ha, and we really don't mean it. So when the people that do mean it, that actually believe that I do suck and hate my show and hate me and want nothing to do with me, when they say JMVSUX, hey, it's a part of the shtick. It works. You know what? And it's no harm, no foul. They're a part of everybody else that like me, a part of the JMVSUX craze. And that's basically where it started. That's the thought of it, and I absolutely love it. Oh, you want to talk about the picture of me right there? That is straight out of Melrose Place right there. I was a big fan of Melrose Place. I always wanted the chicks on Melrose Place and just knew that the chicks didn't want me. I had the great kind of Zach Morris looking haircut with the blonde streaks in it back in the day. I looked great. I was in tip-top condition. I was athletic. Look at the chiseled, handsome features are still here today that I had back then. So if you look at this picture right now, for example, ladies, if you're watching right now, if you were back in the 90s, is there any way that if I approached you looking like this, that you can turn down this incredible piece of man? This is mantastic. This is what I called my mantastic look back in the 90s. I'm lucky I didn't get my clothes ripped off because this is such a hot look. Guys today, they wonder how I ever got out of the 90s alive looking like this, because the chicks would just swoon. So that's the mantastic look, the Melrose mantastic look of the